But you're going to. That's what we're here for, remember?
Right, of course. The film that was supposed to set off a chain reaction in my imagination, inspiring with a notion that would launch my scientific career.
You've still got no memory of what that notion was?
Careful, dog.
Well, how could I? It happened in the
Crazy
brain
guy
of
in
a
the
different
car.
Emmet Brown. An Emmet Brown now erased by the shifting sands of time. Luckily for
Prince
us,
Persia?
I do know
No,
something
kidding.
about my own brain, having lived in it for the past 70+ years. Once we get my younger self re-inspired by that movie, nothing will distract him from his proper... Great
What-
Scott, will
what
you
now,
look at
Doc?
that?
The town square?
Town Square? Yeah.
It's just like I remember it, only dirtier. Oh, the old courthouse.
Yep.
Come on now, Doc, you need to go inside and check it out. First rule of time travel, Doc, never allow your other self to catch sight of you. It could cause reality to collapse or something.
You mean?
Yep.
Right behind you. Don't peek.
Yep. Whatever you do, do not look.
Go on.
Wow.
I'll let you know when you're gone. And don't forget, you're Carl Sagan,
The billions and billions guy?
the suspected arsonist.
Huh?
Just go with it.
Don't worry, Doc will be fine. Now that we know where Emmet is, as our carefully placed goal said, it's time to see if we can't convince him to go and see Frankenstein. Because by all means, if he sees Frankenstein, then that means he sparks his scientific career and moves on to become a legend. Oh, Emmet.
Harry! You do show up at the oddest moments. Where have you been hiding?
In the dystopia you created in a mental reconditioning facility. In the dystopia you created.
Oh, you know, here and there, you're a little hard to pin down yourself. I went looking for you last night, but...
I believe I was off entertaining a beautiful lady. You know, I never really got a chance to thank you.
Well, I'm sure you would have escaped Kid on your own.
Yeah.
Did? Oh, sure, I'm grateful for that, but no, I'm talking about Edna. It's funny to think of now, but until that crisis, I actually thought Edna and I disliked one another.
Yeah.
Imagine!
I wonder what gives you that idea. Oh, oh. No, I'm done. Trust that first impression.
Yeah, well, sometimes first impressions are right. The thing is, you shouldn't let Edna distract you from, you know, the business at hand. Finishing your project for the expo and going to see Frankenstein.
Oh,
Exactly.
pshaw. I'm far too busy for movies these days.
But,
What? But you've
And
got
as
to
for
see
my project,
Frankenstein.
it's practically done.
Done.
the rocket car?
The rocket car? Boy, are you out of date. I've junked a rocket car.
But
More trouble than it's worth. I'll never figure out a propulsion system that does what I want it to do. And besides, its social utility is practically non-existent.
What? Social utility? Since when does social utility come into all this?
social utility? Since when do you care about...
The mental alignment meter is a much more worthy project.
Mental alignment
The what?
meter.
It was Edna's idea, and she's really been cracking the whip to get me to complete it in time for the expo.
Emmett, I'm a little confused here.
Yeah. It is a little bit confusing. You've only had one date.
What day is it?
Why, it's opening day. The opening day of the expo. Which reminds me, I'd better skedaddle back to the lab. If Edna catches me dawdling, there'll be heck to pay.
Wait.
Get you around, Callahan.
October 12th.
What the?
Doc?
Something went horribly wrong here. We were supposed to come back just in time to stop Emmet and Edna going to the movies, but now it's the day before the bloody expo. We don't have much time left. How are we going to do this? It's like our plans already fall before we've even started it. Better get a hold of Doc and let him know.
Come to think of it, it is a bit brisk for August.
Oh, we're 2 months late. The expo's about to start and teenage you is already in over his head with Edna.
I always did have a tendency to plunge into things.
Let's plunge into the DeLorean and get to the right date.
No, it's far too risky. Remember how I was late picking you up in '86?
Yeah?
That should have been a tip-off. Something is horribly wrong with the time circuits, and the problem appears to be getting worse. If we try to jump now, we could find ourselves stranded in the Cenozoic age. Or worse, the Mesozoic.
Oh,
We're
no.
stuck?
For the time being, I'll look into the problem and see what I can do. In the meantime, you can go to work on the other problem.
Right. I'll go to the lab and see if I can talk teenage you out of...
Impossible. If young me is already as infatuated as you say, you're not going to be able to talk him out of anything. Believe me, I remember. Better to focus on the more clear-headed half of the couple.
Edna. Where can I find her?
That's a good
Where
point.
do you think? I'll drive.
Ah, of
The
course.
DeLorean should still function adequately as a means of conveyance in the first 3 dimensions.
Oh, thanks, Doc. That's a good way of putting it. It looks like we're going to the expo. Put on your cosplay outfits. It's time to expo. Ah, the high school. So many memories. So many memories. Obviously, we've
You
got
were
a lot
right.
of
There she
organising
is.
happening.
My soon-to-be ex-future wife is nothing if not predictable.
Do I really have to talk to her? I mean, couldn't I just hang out until you fix the time circuits and...
Oh,
I'll talk to her.
Okay, answers that question.
You'd better get the DeLorean out of sight before someone...
Hey, you! Quit blocking the drive! All Car of the Future contestants need to report to the North Tent.
Okay,
why not?
why not enter it? What's
Good
the
luck.
worst that could possibly happen? Like, it's not seriously going to change the events of the future if we just enter the competition ourselves, is it? Well, I'll just cross fingers for that. Okay. So what we got going on over here then? Now there's Edna. Oh, Arnie! I haven't seen him in a while. Hello, Arthur. Nice to see him. There's a guy just standing there at the door, analysing things. What have we got over here? Oh, these must be the tents that have the Hill Valley of the future and Hill Valley of the past, huh? Cool. Well, we better check in on Artie and make sure that Edna isn't corrupting his mind.
Hey, Artie! Officer!
Officer,
Right. Don't blow your cover.
will you please keep your mind on the task at hand?
What task was that?
Can't talk right now.
Okay, Edna?
Spell it B-R-O-W-N. It's not exactly an obscure name.
I still don't see it on the list. I'm sorry.
Oh, for the love... Let me try this one more time. This is the Hill Valley Science Expo, right?
First annual.
Indeed. The purpose of our fair is to showcase cutting-edge technology.
Yes.
That's right. And to burnish Hill Valley's reputation as a forward-thinking community.
Yeah.
And yet, you want to exclude the maker of the most revolutionary breakthrough of all.
It's
That's
not that
revolutionary.
I want to, but... Oh, dear.
What's happening
Mr.
now?
Callahan, you do pop up at the oddest times. What are you doing here?
I'm here to kick your ass. And maybe even tap him in the process. No, I'm kidding. I'm here to thwart your crazy scheme.
I need to...
Whatever it is, I hope you don't have to deal with Mr. Stonewall here. His sole function seems to be preventing people from accomplishing their business. Honestly, with him keeping the books, it's a wonder the Tannen gang got as far as they did. Have you seen Emmet?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
no.
then you've heard all about his big breakthrough, the mental alignment meter. Isn't it exciting? And to think, he didn't even realize the import of his discovery until I pointed it out to him. I've never known anyone like him, so oblivious to his own potential.
I kind of wanted to
Oblivious.
talk to you about Emmet and his potential.
Funny, I didn't spot it myself at first. In fact, for the
Oh,
longest
come on,
time,
let me
I thought I
speak.
didn't even like him.
Yeah.
You're lucky you're a woman or I would clap you so hard. And I do not encourage hitting women. At all. It's wrong. It's not right. They're ladies, we're gentlemen. Simple as, really. Potential isn't what does attract you to him?
I don't get it. I mean, Emmett's nice and all, but he's not exactly the kind of guy that has girls swarming all over him.
Good point.
Well, I'm not your average girl.
Yeah, but...
I appreciate your concerns, Mr. Callahan, but I can take care of myself. I know what I'm looking for in a man, and it so happens Emmet fits the bill to a T. That's Emmet Brown. Rhymes with clown, which I'm beginning to think you are.
Just a simple mix-up,
that's-
I'm sure.
I've no doubt of that.
Great. Well, looks as if we can't get much further with dealing with Edna at the moment. No matter how hard we try, it just looks like she's not gonna give us an inch at all. If only we can get her away so we can talk to Artie. It's time for a hint! If you want to break up Edna and Emmet, you need to talk to Edna. Well, of course. Edna seems busy, but keep at it. Okay. Well, that hint pretty much secures it. Keep talking to Edna until she gives up.
Ahem. You said that Emmet fits your bill of requirements for a man.
Yes?
What would that list be exactly?
Here we
You'd
go.
make a good reporter, Mr. Callahan. You know that? Well,
Really?
his physical appearance for one thing. Emmett may not be Clark Gable, but he cleans up surprisingly well. I gave him my grandfather's white suit to wear at the expo.
Oh, that's your
You should
grandfather's,
see
huh?
him in it. He looks positively radiant.
Looks good in a suit. Got it.
And
Okay.
he's completely devoted to me. That's important. I've got no time or tolerance for playboys.
Playboys,
Faithful
huh?
as a Labrador. Check.
Thirdly, and most important,
Here we
Yes?
well, his mind, of course. It's brilliant, and it's virtuous through and through. His own mind map shows him to be a model citizen.
go. Okay.
Good brain. I see. And if it turned out that you were mistaken about any of these qualities,
Say, what's your game?
just curious, just trying to understand the female mind.
Oh yeah.
Well, understand this. I'm not some faint-hearted girl who'd run away at the first hint of trouble. I've made a big investment in Emmet. Not money, but I've sunk all my ambitions into him. I'd have to be thoroughly disillusioned before I'd call it quits with Emmet. Got it?
Challenge
Uh-huh.
accepted.
Now, Mr. Cub Reporter, is there anything else?
Okay, I'll exit for now. I think I've
That's
got
all the
everything I need
questions
from
I
him.
got.
Very
Coming
well,
from her.
then.
Oh, it's...
Hey, Artie.
What's her name?
You seen my Oriole?
You mean this?
Yeah, thanks.
Nice. Very nice outfit.
She gets to come and go freely, and I'm forced to wait. I love it.
Well, we are kind of going out, Edna. Okay, so Edna thinks that Emmet is the perfect guy. Looks like our job is to try and break them up by convincing Edna that Emmet isn't all he's cracked up to be. Hey Trixie, how you doing? The last time I saw you was when I was last playing Poker Night at the Inventory.
To all who approach these hallowed halls, I bid thee welcome. To all who approach these hallowed halls, I bid thee welcome. To all who... Oh, hiya, kid. Say, aren't you the fellow who...
Got you to turn on Kid Tannen? You bet.
You look younger without your mustache. That was a dirty trick, you know, making me think Kid had gone and iced Artie.
I'm sorry, but it was the only way I could.
Forget about it. I'm trying to.
Yay!
Yesterday's in the past. That's my motto. You gotta live for today.
That's a good
Right.
motto.
So what are you doing down
Very
here
good
anyway?
motto, Trixie.
Do you wish to pull the levers that control the future?
Uh,
At the expo, silly. Technology for a better tomorrow and all that.
yeah, that's actually why I'm here.
Yeah, I guess that is why we're here. Now, can you help me make Edna jealous?
Listen, I've got a proposal for you. I have this friend, right?
No dice. I'm only seeing Artie now.
It's not like that. See, my friend's in a relationship with Edna Strickland.
Oh, yeah.
Poor schmuck. I wouldn't wish her on anyone.
Then you see where I'm coming from. He won't listen to reason, but I thought she might call it off if she thought he and you were, you know.
Ah, you are an evil imp, ain't ya?
You
Sometimes
know
a
it.
guy's got to resort to underhanded tricks. What do you say?
Sorry.
Ah,
Aw.
Edna might be a pill, but if I play dirty tricks on every dame who disapproves of me, well, I'd play a lot of dirty tricks. Besides, such stunts are beneath the dignity of Techne, Muse of Progress.
If only we could convince her to help us out. How is Kid, anyway?
how's Kid's trial going?
Slowly. You know what they say. The wheels of justice grind slowly, but infinitely fine.
Except in Hill Valley, where they don't move at all.
What?
Nothing, it's just, something I heard once. So no regrets about turning him in?
None at all. I should have
That's
known
good
better
to
than to
hear.
take up with him in the first place. But what can I say? I was dumb. I let myself get taken in by his charm.
Charm?
His charm, huh? Okay. Well, thanks for heads up, Trixie.
See you, Trixie.
From this chamber of wonders, we bid you a fond adieu.
Keep working on it, Trixie. You'll get it eventually. Let me see. Can we get into any of these tents? Doesn't seem as if we can at the moment. We can't really interact with Edna until we get more dirt and prove that, well, and try to make it so that Emmet isn't where he is supposed to be. Nice truck.
It's not as nice as my truck back in '86. Jeez, I hope I still have a truck back in '86.
Well, I'll cross my fingers about it. Well, let's see if we can't go somewhere. See if we can't go anywhere over here. Nope. That's the edge of the map. Nope. Oh, what was that? Front door. What, we talk about that door? Yeah, that door. It's time for another hint! Trixie won't help make Edna jealous unless Edna does something mean to her. Maybe talking to Edna about Trixie can focus Edna's natural meanness in a productive direction. That sounds like an interesting idea. Oh, Edna! I've got some info for you.
Ahem.
Back again, Mr. Callahan? What can I help you with?
Well, I was thinking.
We can maybe go outside and get some shots. Everybody! Okay, maybe not any shots, but I talked to Trixie.
I found out about Trixie Trotter.
Yes?
Apparently they made her some sort of queen of the festival. Techne, the muse of progress.
They didn't. Well, they said this expo would give Hill Valley a reputation. I didn't realize this is what they meant.
What have you got against Trixie?
Where?
It's the idea of it. Allowing our city to be represented by a woman like that. I won't stand for it. As a socially conscious citizen, I demand you discharge that muse.
Uh-oh.
Trixie? What's wrong with her?
Oh, she's hardly qualified for an honorific post at a public event.
What?
Lady, she fits the costume. She's an American citizen, and she managed to memorize all her lines. What more qualifications do you want?
True.
Oh, these people are impossible.
Interesting. So let me get this straight. You want to get Trixie fired?
Why do you want to get Trixie fired?
One simply can't allow women like that to attain positions of respect in society. It creates a very bad precedent for the future.
Does it?
But try telling it to this poor sap. She's got him completely steamrolled. That's how they operate.
Is it?
Still,
Really?
I could get her discharged if I had the goods on her. No doubt a woman like that has left a trail of scandal, and I'd find it if I were still a reporter. But I haven't got time to do the legwork now. I'm too busy with Emmet and his invention.
I see what you did there. Well, let's see if we can't find any info.
That's all the questions I got.
Very well, then. How about you? Have you got any questions for me?
No.
Then kindly let me pass.
I am afraid I can't until I've located your registration form.
Oh, this is absurd!
Oh well, good luck with that. Now let's see. This is that guy from the soup kitchen from earlier, isn't it? Yeah, cue ball.
Hey, pal.
Oh, geez, this guy again.
Funny, I was gonna say the same thing.
Let's see. What are you hauling here?
What kind of stuff have they got you hauling here?
How the heck would I know? Electro this, robo that, dynamo the other. It's all Greek to me.
Will you be playing for Trixie later?
Will you be playing piano for Trixie later?
Nah.
Why not?
'Cause little Miss Goody Two-Shoes thinks she's too respectable for cue ball these days.
Oh, it's a shame. You seem angry about it.
You seem kind of angry about Trixie.
Angry? Listen, kid, me and Trixie go way back. I know stuff about her that even kid doesn't know. Stuff that curl your socks.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And now to see her flouncing around the place, making like her stink don't smell, it just, well, it just cheeses me off, you know?
I guess I can understand that. That's a good point. What is with your teeth? They had like a weird green glow to them.
Hey, what's with your teeth?
My teeth?
Yeah, they're green.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Must be something around here.
Seriously, man, what's going on with your teeth?
It's nothing. Nothing. Oh, crap.
What's wrong?
What are
It's
they?
these.
Dr. Frinkle's algae cakes?
A crate of them fell off the truck while I was unloading it, and I just can't stop eating them. How was I to know they'd turn my teeth green?
Well, the algae part might have been a clue.
Please don't rat me out to Artie, okay? I really need this job.
No problem, but you better let me keep the cakes.
Sure thing, pal.
Alrighty, so got myself some cakes. Don't know what I can do with them, but got myself some cake. What's so toe curling about Trixie's past?
So what's so, toe curling about Trixie's past?
Yeah, like I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, come on.
No.
Tell you what, I'll tell you something embarrassing about me first.
Like what?
My mum came onto me, I hijacked a train, my mum saw me in my underwear, well, she saw me in my underwear.
My mom saw me in my underwear.
That ain't so bad.
Last year?
Okay, that's pretty bad. All right, Junior, you win. That was pretty embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing as this.
Whoa!
Is that Trixie?
Really?
Yep.
She's not wearing much.
No
Yeah.
kidding. She did a lot of these artistic postcards a few years ago. I got a whole set of them.
Oh,
Can
really?
I, have one?
I don't know. You ain't gonna do nothing bad with it, are you?
Nope.
Hey, I promise. I'll only use it for the greater good.
Yeah, damn right, for greater good.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah! Okay, thank you very much.
Hang loose, pal.
You talk funny, mister.
Yes we do. Okay, so now we got some really interesting evidence on Trixie. Now let's see if we can't use this evidence to make Edna a little bit more angry.
You might want to take a look at this.
Why in the world would I be interested in... Oh, what have we here?
I know we're
sir,
kind of helping
Mr.
Edna, but
McFly!
we're helping to hinder her.
It appears your muse has been inspiring more than progress.
Oh really?
Trixie?
Bow, chicka,
Oh,
bow,
no,
wow.
no, no. What are you doing with a dirty postcard?
What is she doing in a dirty postcard? I swear, Mr. McFly, if that doesn't convince you that Trixie Trotter is unfit to represent Hill
I
Valley...
don't need you to lecture me about who I can or can't hire, Miss Strickland.
Wow.
Trixie's darn good at what she does. I don't care if she was once the winsome wench of Winnipeg. Her past doesn't matter to
Winnipeg. Oh no.
Trixie.
Oh
What
no.
is it, Artie?
You know I don't like to pry, but what state did you grow up in?
Province, Manitoba. Why?
Not even an American.
See,
Oh,
darling,
no.
the charter specifically states that the expo's hostess must be a U.S. citizen, so if you're really a Canadian...
I'm being fired? You're firing me?
Don't take
I
it
don't
that
want
bad.
to.
No, Trixie.
take it back.
Well, I'm glad somebody's listening to reason.
Edna. I know we just helped Edna, but we've got to do something. Trixie.
Let's talk.
Alright, Trixie. Give Trixie everything she needs to make Edna jealous. Okay, let's talk, Trixie.
Trixie?
I'll do it. I'll make that blue-nosed Betty eat her heart out.
That's great. I got it all planned out.
Nice.
When Emmet shows
But we
up...
gotta do it my way.
Huh?
I'm no good with improvising, and I ain't gonna memorize no lines. But I was in this play once. The Parlor Maid's Predicament. I figure I could lift a scene from that.
Okay.
Only, I need a few props.
Why am I
Alrighty.
not surprised?
Some furs, a big diamond. It doesn't have to be real, understand?
That makes it easier.
Okay.
And something from this friend of yours, Emmet. Has he got a photo album?
I don't know. Probably.
Better bring it to me.
Furs, a diamond, and Emmett's photo album. And then?
Sit back and watch the fur fly.
Gotcha.
Hi, Trix.
Oh, hiya, kiddo. Say, wouldn't it be easiest if I just march up to that Strickland dame and give her a smack in the puss?
Well, it would be fun to watch, but it wouldn't get her to break up with my friend Emmet.
Oh,
That's a good
right.
point.
You got all the props I asked for? The furs and the diamond? And your friend's photo album?
Not all of them yet, but I'm working on it.
Good. I'm itching to give Miss High and Mighty an eyeful.
Don't worry, Trixie, we're gonna let you give her an eyeful. But first things first, we better head over to Emmett's lab. See what he's up to exactly, and try and find out what this invention of his actually is. This weird mind control bizzle.
The brown place is on Riverside Drive, way too far to go on foot. I wonder how Doc's coming with the DeLorean.
That's a good point. We'll check on Doc and the DeLorean to see if he can give us a little lift over to Emmett's lab. He doesn't need to come out of the car and join us, of course. It would kind of break his... well, it might break his cover. But all he has to do is just, well, give us a lift. How hard can that be?
Have you figured out what's wrong with the time circuits?
Not sure. Possibly. It seems to me to be a simple wiring issue, but I'm double-checking to make sure. All the basic equipment appears to be functional.
Any chance I could borrow the DeLorean? I want to drop in on young you at the lab.
Well, I don't know. The time circuits...
Listen, I promise I won't take it to 88.
Even so, I'm worried about letting it out of my sight while it's still behaving unpredictably. Tell you what, I'll take it on a test drive 1 minute into the past. If it passes the test, I'll let you borrow it.
Alrighty. Let's prove this works. No, he should just come back. Yeah, he did.
Hey, it worked!
Or did
Didn't
it?
it?
Work?
I'm afraid not. In fact, the discrepancy appears to be getting worse. I arrived 6 hours ago.
6 hours.
Too bad.
I didn't want to risk undoing any of the work you've done thus far, so I kept out of sight. But the time lag wasn't entirely a waste. I stopped by the hardware store and bought the parts for a chronometric analyzer.
A what?
What?
A diagnostic device. See, I plug it into the time circuits and set them to cycle. When the green light goes off, I should have the data I'll need to understand the scope of the problem.
Got
Hey, no driving the exhibits off the lot!
Okay.
Looks like you'll
okay.
have to find another set of wheels if you want to get to the lab.
Another set of wheels, huh? Oh, look, Hill Valley of the Future has opened up. So we've got to find a new set of wheels. Well, it shouldn't harm us to have a quick look around the place. Could always ask Cue-Ball for a lift in his truck, I guess. Let's have a look over here. What do you know? Hill Valley of the Future. Now this is a diorama. Train of the Future. Core House of the Future. Is there anything here that... Diamond! Ooh, there's a diamond. I wonder.
Nice rock. But I can't reach it.
I wonder if there's something I've got to do. Is there anything I can do? I wonder. Can I put Val on the train of the
Nah.
future? Nah, never mind. Well, let's have a look at this first. Let's press a few buttons.
Of course, our residents will want to venture forth into the fresh air occasionally. And what better excursion than a pleasure ride in this elevated super train of tomorrow?
Of tomorrow! Oh, classic.
The century looks bright for our fair metropolis. Jump with us 50 years into the future for a peek at Hill Valley circa 1981. Courtesy of Hal's Hardware and the collective imagination of mankind. Could this be our venerable town square? Yes, indeed. Though the form looks strange and new, the function remains the same as ever. But where are all the people? Why, they're underground.
Underground?
A network of burrows extends a mile into the earth, giving future Hill Valley's 10 million citizens plenty of space to work, play, and raise their families.
Well, that sounds interesting, but too bad that doesn't happen in 1981. How about this button?
Agricultural advances will make it a breeze to feed our burgeoning population. Tired of waiting for Mother Nature to do her job? Just press a button. Presto! An artificial rainstorm drenches the valley's thirsty crops.
Okay. So now we know what that shower head does. What about this button?
And after the rain, what else? An artificial rainbow, reassuring all the good people of Hill Valley that their needs are taken care of, and life is sweet.
That's nice. And the last button?
Pleasant dreams, Hill Valley. And the Expo would like to remind you that you can find everything you need to transform your dreams into reality at Hal's Hardware. Hal's Hardware, serving our fair city since 1895.
1895, huh? Well, that's a nice diorama. But